I put LMFA. He said, I'm really curious. Honestly, shit, me too.
We live, baby.
Oh man, we live, man, we live.
Yeah, look who's back.
Man, listen, man, I've been on a serious vacay, doing doing whatever it is Icon does. But listen, it's I couldn't skip this week. I couldn't skip this week. This week has been too real. And I'm not gonna lie, I put down my son's chair from over there, and for whatever reason, my wife picked it up and put it back on the couch. Like that's not gonna just be super visible in the background. That's
We got
crazy.
kids. We got
It's
kids.
dang. I see that blue magic honey in the background right there.
Hey, represent, right?
How many of those have you used, respectfully?
It's still pretty full bag. I probably used one in Paris, and then
I'm not gonna say anything inappropriate.
we don't want we don't want
Talk to me.
to we don't
What are
want
we
to get
getting into
the
first?
well, we get let's go right into it. Let's they just announced it, right? Dana White's Paramount Plus Power Play. So Dana White just pulled off. What he did right now, he signed a 7-year deal for $7.7 billion with Paramount Plus and CBS. Now,
Mm-hmm.
no more pay per view, no more none of that stuff. It's just gonna be I guess I'm pretty sure it's just your whatever you're subscribed to. I think Paramount Plus is
No
anywhere
more
from
pay per view.
yeah,
Yep.
$7.99 to $12.99. That's how much you're paying a monthly flat rate.
No
Now,
ads for me.
yeah, yeah. So you get every fight, no surprises, no $80 extra, none of that stuff. It's just the straight. You have the subscription. You got to watch everything on Paramount Plus. Now, man, for as a fan, that's kind of what we've been waiting for, right? So it's you see Netflix has been doing their things. They had the Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor fight. They had the
Yep.
Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight.
Yep.
So there was a lot of rumors that UFC might have been going to UFC just because they've already been hosting fights. And then they're gonna also have the Canelo and Crawford fight. That's gonna be on Netflix, is it? I'm pretty sure that's gonna.
It is on Netflix.
Yeah. So man, so it was looking like it was going towards Netflix, but nah, Paramount Plus CBS took over $7.7 billion. Now,
That's 1.1 a year, right?
yeah,
Fire.
made it. I was kind of caught off guard with that. Paramount swooped in, but man, it looks good
I
for
was at the
me.
shock office when they brought that in. I was at the shock office chilling, doing whatever I was doing right there in the conference room, and the director of operations Ben walked in and he was like, "Yo, UFC just freaking sold their pay per view rights." The first thing that came to my mind when they said that was how much of the how much of the percentage of the pay per view does the fighters get, like the main event? Is it like boxing where they get a percentage of pay per view gate or no?
Yeah, they do. So if you're a champion, if you're main event, you get pay per view buys.
Yeah. So how do you think that's gonna pay out? Do you think there's just gonna be like a some sort of different payout structure for the main event now that pay per view is no longer a thing? Or
It has to be, no? Like you can't just be you can't be getting the same show and win money because that's how the UFC works. You get money to show and then you get money to win. So if you don't win, you're only getting your show money. But if you're a main event champion, you're getting those pay per view buys. And if you're selling 200,000, 300,000, 500,000 pay per view buys, like that's how you're making your money. So I think the pay structure is probably gonna change. It has to go up.
well, we already know there's like, I don't want to say this rudely, but UFC fighters get paid low as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think bench players in the NBA get paid more than freaking UFC fighters, right? Low keys, respectfully, of course, except for
Mm,
what key superstars.
yeah.
So if there isn't an increase in pay, I wonder what everyone's going through right now. I wonder what the managers are talking about. I wonder what the agents are talking about. Like, I wonder what everyone's talking about because, like, and then how much of the, like, let's say Paramount Plus's subscription rate goes up this next month, this next week, this next month, the next
Yeah.
fights. How much, like, I mean, they already broke bread. You know what I'm saying? So, like, now what? Like, how's that going to work for the fighters? You know what I mean?
unless they do something where they because before the UFC you should let they should let you put sponsors on your shorts, and that's how
Mm,
fighters will get extra money. You know,
mm,
boxers do that, but UFC used to have that. Now they switched over. They were like strictly for Reebok for a while. Then they were with Venom, and then so they had to wear UFC switched over to that. Like had one sponsor for everybody. So if they go back to that model where fighters are able to get sponsors and brands and put them on on their shorts, then that's why they can make up their money. But they still should your pay should increase because of there's no more pay per view buys. For the lower tier fighters, it's not going to change anything for them because they're still winning show. They don't get pay per view buys. But
mhm.
for championships, for champions for the headliner, the main event, then that should increase. And that goes into contract negotiations and stuff like that. But man, yeah, we're not gonna really know until it happens, right? So I don't know when's the first fight gonna be on Paramount Plus. I don't know. I don't know if they announced it. Is that happening immediately?
I think we're gonna have to Google that. But
Yeah,
like, I think there's gonna be more exposure because a lot of more people. I feel like more. There's a lot more people subscribed to Paramount Plus than there is the UFC Fight Pass or something of that nature, right? Because
or
what is
yeah,
it? 40 shows. There's like, I want to say there's like 12 or 13 big shows, and then there's like 30 other shows like for that would have been on pay per view. You know what I mean, right?
yeah. Also, this is also gonna go play into the whole like people the piracy, the pirates, and watching stuff for free, because that's the big thing. You know, there's how many UFC fights in a month? Like there's fight nights,
Every single
there's
week. Yeah, that's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
there's all kinds of stuff. So you're paying $80 a fight, like, and there's like about 3 4 main events in a month. So that's So I had seen a clip they had posted. People are paying $1,080 for the fights, and they went from 1,080 to 150 for the year or something like that. Because
Mhm.
you're only paying the max is like $12.99 on Paramount Plus. So $12.99 times 12, it comes out to like $150 or something like that.
Mhm.
So they said the Paramount Plus contract starts in 2026. So it starts next year.
Yeah, I know. I'm right here looking at all kinds of little facts and stats about it. The international rights are still unclear as far as I mean,
Yeah.
because that's international. Paramount Plus is America stuff, right?
Yes.
Um, yeah, just market saturation maybe is another issue that I'm reading about right here. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. What are some pros though? Some pros, like I said, increased accessibility for fans. So
Well,
that's
and
tight. Like
yeah,
me and you
fans are
don't got to worry about freaking spotty internet on our fire sticks.
yeah, it's just it's overall
Say a
this
lot
is
without saying a lot. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, no, I got you. Overall, this is better for fans. Like this is geared towards the fans. Like to
Yeah.
we're able to watch more fights, and also to get away from the whole illegal streaming stuff. So this is how you do that. Turkey been talking about it, making fights for free or making fights for $25. He was talking about all this stuff, but Dana White came out here and he just did it. Like he got the Paramount Plus deal done, and now it's just strictly the what you're paying monthly, your monthly fees, and that's it. And that's a big thing because when you have the zone or you have a zone description, they still charge you for the fights.
Mm-hmm.
So you're paying whatever it is, $15.99 a month, and then they come out and they charge you $80 or whatever it is, $86, $85 for a fight. So
Mm-hmm.
that shit adds up, dog.
What's another big thing with Dana? Something else happened with Dana.
Well, he's
What?
trying to get the TKO, trying to restructure the Ali Act, right? So we'll go the TK. It's a TKO group. So it's the parent of the UFC and the WWE. It's stepping into boxing through Zuffa Boxing, and it's backed by Saudi. So with Dana White and Nick Khan at the helm, they're trying to, what is it here? So starting with the Canelo, they're the ones promoting the Canelo Crawford fight, right? But the Ali Act, it's a reform. It's a reform that they did for the boxers, right? Now they're trying to change that Ali Act, and they're trying to propose a bill to modernize the 2000 Ali Act. It would legitimize Unified Boxing Organization, so a UBO, allowing entities like Zuffa to crown their own champions, bypassing traditional bodies like the WBC or IBF. So the bill includes fighter safeguards, $150 per round minimum, a 25,000 injury coverage, and then enhanced health and anti-doping standards. While critics argue it could consolidate power in the corporate hands and sidestep boxer protections built into the original Ali Act. But you got also supporters like Lonnie Ali, Teddy Atlas saying that this could modernize the strength and the sport. But of course, there are skeptics like Eddie Hearn, De La Hoya, other like legal experts warn that this model mirrors the UFC's centralized control and it can marginalize independent promoters, reduce transparency, and erode fighter leverage. So there's back and forth between there's people that like it and there's people that don't like it. In a sense, it can help out like people that are coming up, like the young fighters, because a lot of these young up and coming fighters, some of them have to sell tickets. Some of them they're not even get paid 100 bucks, $200 for a whole fight. But now with that new act that it's the for the UBO, $150 a round. If you're going out there fighting four rounds, what? How much is that? That's like $600 instead of getting paid probably only 150 for a 4 round fight. Or if you're doing an 8 round fight, you're guaranteed that
And you're
money. So
talking about like the super duper bottom rung fighters, right?
yeah, yeah, of course. Because even if you look at the UFC model, once you're a star, like you're making money. Yeah, you're not making what these other guys are, but you got some fighters making 5-10 million a fight. Like to me, shit, that's money, right? Like that's 5-10 million.
Any bread is bread,
Yeah.
regardless of how big or small the bag is, you know?
So with this new act, I think it's geared towards more the up and coming fighters.
Yeah, because the potential benefits are proponents of changes argue that they could lead to a boxing revival by providing more opportunities for fighters and promoting more events. Some reports say the changes could also lead to better health insurance and better anti-doping programs for fighters. Um, the concerns are is that it could be a decline in fighter protections and an increase for exploitation and create a more monopolistic environment in boxing. Some believe it could even undermine the progress made in protecting boxers and could lead into a situation where promoters have like ultimate control. So I don't know.
That's not
What do you
that's
actually
not what
think?
that's not what's going on right now. You don't think promoters have almost total control of these fighters? That's why it's so hard until Turkey. We weren't get. It was so hard to get these cross
Big
promotions.
fights. Yeah.
Yeah, promoters fight. This fighter is a champion over here, but we got the number one contender over here in this promotion, but they're not fighting each other. So with this, I don't know. Like I see the good, but I get it too. Like you want to keep boxing the way it was, like the way it is, but
Hmm.
sometimes change is good.
Well, I mean, ultimately, I guess we'll see how it all really plays out. Making an amendment to the Ali Act just sounds crazy in itself, but I mean, if it's all good, then it's all good. If it's not, we'll see what boxers have to say. Because right now, I don't think we've heard any boxers come out and say anything too reckless or
A-
anything at all.
Yeah,
Actually,
and then honestly, do you should we take the promoter's word for it? Like they're there to make their money, right?
ultimately, yep.
So if they're fighting against it, is it because it's taking money out of their pockets? Or they really are there for the fighter?
Now, when you say promoters, you're not talking about Dana. You're talking about
I'm talking
Oscar,
about Oscar,
Heyman,
Eddie
Hearn.
Hearn. Like these guys are against it. Are they against it because Dana White's trying to do it, or are they against it because it's gonna affect the fighters in a negative way, or are they against it because they're taking money out of their pocket, or is it all three, or a little bit of everything?
I wonder. Well, I mean, it's definitely all of that included. But I wonder at the end of the day how prestigious that UBO belt's going to be over the WBC belt or something like, or the ring or being undisputed. You know what I mean? Like things of that nature.
It depends who has it.
Like imagine being undisputed and then going and winning the UBO or whatever the hell it's called. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Imagine they announced that Canelo Crawford's for the undisputed, adding the UBO in that conversation. Now, the first one to hold it is Canelo Alvarez. So doesn't that automatically make that bout prestigious? Is
Off the
the
rip
first?
of who's winning it, yes.
Yeah, even if it's Crawford, like, because if Crawford beats
Yeah, if either
Canelo,
of them win, that's crazy. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
because it's a crazy upset that Crawford beat Canelo, and now he's the UBO champion. You don't think Dana White's gonna promote the hell out of that?
I don't think
He
that that can happen at this point because it wasn't negotiated in the
no,
initial contract.
no, it's not. But it's just I'm just throwing it out there. It just
But
I'm
just
saying it depends.
imagine, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, if somebody with a big name ends up winning that UBO out first, the machine that Dana White has behind him, the UFC, the promotion machine, all
No,
like
everything.
all these different avenues he has everywhere to promote that belt's gonna become prestigious. But it just depends who's holding that belt. Do do they build up Caleb Walsh? Does Caleb Walsh beat Fernando Vargas Jr.
Let's
in that
talk about
fight?
that.
Does he beat so if Caleb Walsh beats Fernando Vargas, that's gonna catapult him to a bigger level. He's already on the rise.
So let me ask you this: how good? And this is gonna be. Listen,
Yeah.
let's start off here. I rock with the Vargas dynasty, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I'm gonna keep it a buck. And a lot of circles,
Yeah.
everyone says the best brother is Emiliano. Now,
Yeah.
I've seen Amado fight. I've seen Fernando Jr. fight. They could fight. They're fighting in pro fights.
Yeah.
I rock with Fernando Vargas's Jr.'s promoter who he signed to. Shout out to Marv and Marv Nation, and
For
all that
sure.
stuff, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, everyone knows that we rock with 360 Heavy. Shout out to everyone over there.
Yeah.
But my point here is who do you think actually wins that fight? Because we've seen Calum, we've talked to Calum, might even be biased towards Calum because we've interviewed him, we rocked with
Yeah.
him, we training camps with him, whatever, right? But
Man.
who wins?
It's so crazy because like before the pod, we would have these conversations, right? And it would just be us talking boxing. And man,
Keep it
I
like
think
that,
this.
big dog.
No, no,
Or
I
just
am.
remember. I'm like, just like just
No, no,
remember.
no, for sure. But like I would lean. Okay, this guy. But now that more in the realm and we're more intertwined with certain fighters and we interview them and we get to know them on a different level, it's like, damn, like all that's in the back of my mind now. Now watching both fighters and never talked to Fernando Vargas Jr. But
Yeah.
watching the fighters, their their records are pretty similar. Their knockout ratios pretty similar. Um, man, it's a 50-50 fight. Like it's a real 50-50 fight, and this is a type of fight that I was like that when Turkey was talking about having these young stars under and them going out there and being able to perform on a big level.
This is crazy.
This is gonna show you who really wants to get to that next level. You know, so you got a Kalen Walsh, you got a young powerful fighter. You got Fernando Vargas, young, little older, I think, but he's still fairly young. He might have the speed advantage slightly. He
Vargas, I
might,
think, is only like he's younger than 30, but he's not 20 either. He's like 20, 28
yeah,
maybe. I think they
yeah,
got like a 4 year age gap or some five,
for
three,
sure.
four, 4 year age gap. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So you got Fernando Vargas that has a little bit of a little bit of speed advantage. I think Caleb's footwork is a little bit better. So there's like things that they're better at than each other, but the
They
power
both have KO. They both have power.
they both have power. Right now, man, I rock with both of them. I rock with both camps. Uh, I'm gonna to all that being said, I'm leaning towards Caleb Walsh on this fight.
Oh, that's fucking
Yeah,
crazy. That's fire.
yeah, I'm
Look,
leaning.
I think Fernando Vargas has. Well, I don't think I know a higher KO percentage. Fernando Jr. has a higher
Yeah,
KO percentage. Um, so for me, that means he has to like go hard early.
yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, it's like a southpaw versus southpaw scenario. So there's that in itself. He just has to go in. But you know what?
Yeah,
We've seen people try to attack Caleb, and
Kalen got a chin.
he has peak conditioning, I guess, is
Yeah.
and he really needs to dictate the pace for sure. I think he might be a little bit higher, a little bit taller, so he
Hmm.
has a height advantage, and he's probably gonna want to attack the body a lot to
For sure.
open up headshots. But again, they're both
Who you got? Just say who's winning.
heads for Caleb, tail for Fnatic. It said Caleb on the flip.
Damn.
It said Caleb on the flip. I can't bullshit. Um, all the homies are gonna be like, "You're going against your raza,"
Hey, dog.
but honestly, it's
If
gonna
it,
be
if,
a nasty, nasty, nasty fight, and I'm very happy that Fernando Jr. gets to have this opportunity to
yeah,
fight on a large, large, large scale.
because Caleb Walsh he called out Emiliano though. I'm pretty. He called out Emiliano in his last fight.
Emiliano's a bad dude.
Yeah, but Emilio, I don't think that fight would have happened. I don't see that fight happening just because Emiliano is younger. He's only 21, 22, 21, 22.
Yeah, yeah, he still has a little bit of a ways to go.
Yeah, he's still younger. They're still building him. So I didn't see that fight, but when they announced the Vargas, I was like, oh, I thought Emiliano accepted it, and then I looked at the flyer and it was Fernando Vargas Jr. I was like, oh, that makes sense. He's older, like, and they both technically need to prove themselves. Like they're still prospects. They're on the come up. Like
They're
this is the
definitely
fight.
still. Yeah, yeah, go ahead. Yep, yep. What
Yeah,
you were saying is all correct. I think Caleb has a is it a continental WBC belt? But
yeah.
I think this scenario right here is going to catapult both of them into a world title contention. I think that.
For sure. At least if not and if not, their next fight is gonna be eliminator or they're gonna go for an interim or something like that. And then they're gonna move up in rank. They're gonna get re-ranked in the top 10 for sure after this. All right, close 15 maybe. I don't know what is Caleb ranked right now.
I'm not exactly sure either off the
Yeah,
top of my head, but I do know that when I heard a murmur of this last week,
yeah,
I was like, damn, that'll be crazy. And then what was it last night or this morning? I think it was this morning. It got announced officially, right? So
yeah. I seen it.
I think
I
this is a
shared
great
it on the story.
opportunity for both of them. I'm very happy about it. And it's crazy.
It is. It's a good fight. A lot of people are saying that you hear like see the comments and stuff that the undercard for Canelo it's not good. Like it's underwhelming. Like, but
Let's go see the undercard because I don't even know.
I know Christian and Beasley is supposed to be is fighting on the undercard. That fool's a good fighter. There's been talks about him fighting Canelo. He's ranked in the top 5, I think,
In
at
Beasley
160.
versus Martinez. Hold on, brother. Well, Caleb versus if you're not a casual and you're an expert, then you already know that Callum Walsh versus Fernando Vargas Jr. is a vicious ass fight.
That's a banger.
Um, Alacal versus Ornelas. I mean, now that I actually pay attention to this, shout out to Walsh and Vargas for definitely being standout on the undercard. So there's that. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. But I think the Christian and Beasley fight that's a good fight. That's gonna be
That's
a
a
good
bad
fight.
dude, Loki.
Yeah.
I
There's been
mean,
talks of him.
they're
There's been
belt
talks of him
holders.
fighting. Yeah, there's been talks of him fighting Canelo. Like,
That might be a little too premature unless it's like a mandatory or whatever. And knowing Canelo, probably just vacate that belt. Like here, go ahead, keep that shit. Current WBC interim world superweight belt holder Christian and Billy can't be mad at it.
nope.
I mean, he worked to get that world title. It's not like he didn't. You know what I'm saying? So,
No, that's facts.
damn. What's up with Canelo versus Crawford? What are your thoughts, man? We've heard everybody and their mom talk about it, right? We've even
Yeah.
seen a lot of our boxing homies, the Garcia stable and everyone else. What are your actual thoughts? Because the first thing what is something that stuck out to me? I seen Virgil talking about it. Virgil
Yeah.
Ortiz was talking about it, and he made a cold point, which is These big men punching on Canelo did not phase him.
No,
What's a smaller guy moving up gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
no, for sure. And Canelo, like he's his upper body and his movement, his counter punching, and the timing, like he's built to punish guys. Like especially if you're reaching in, that's what he's built for. He's gonna hit your shoulders, your arms. Like he's
He's
built to
punching
punish
your
you.
punches. Yes,
Yeah, so that's what he's built for. Yeah, Crawford, he can switch. He likes to switch, which
he's
is good.
slick. He's a super switch hitter. Excellent footwork.
He does get caught, like, but he also can change angles mid combination. So that's gonna be something that you need to watch in that fight. If he's right here throwing the jab, and all of a sudden he throws a jab, then switches, he can switch stance, and now his right hand's his lead hand instead of the left. Like, and but also Canelo's smart, man. Like he if you do that enough, he's gonna pick up on the timing.
You fight nobody. Who you fight? You fight nobody.
So it's just I don't know. It's the real question is whether Bud can carry that pop 2 weight classes up without sacrificing his reaction speed. You know, so if because it's a lot, bro. Like you're going 2 fights up, and you never fought there with a guy that's been there and been with big punchers and never been dropped, and which has and then also has a great IQ in the ring. So like you're not just fighting a power puncher, you're not just fighting a counter puncher. You're fighting like he's overall. Like yeah, his footwork's not as fast, but the head movement he has,
His
his
head
defense
movement is
is
matrix
crazy.
like.
Yeah, so it's like all that has to
Like yeah,
play.
he's turning his chin and not to absorb the punch, but like you're missing just by like I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know.
We seen
I like
Canelo.
Crawford a lot. He's a
I do.
bad dude. But against Canelo,
Yeah, it's you're going against Canelo, bro. Like it's just different. Like he says it's different when you get in the ring with me. It's different. And then we seen Canelo rupture biceps with his arm punches, and that's off big dudes,
facts.
like bigger dudes. So it's like how is Crawford going to be able to take the body shots of Canelo, and is he going to be able to take those arm shots of Canelo? Like how long until his arms start to get heavy?
I wonder how this fight's gonna play out because we both know Canelo's a severe, savage counter puncher, and Bud be on the same type of timing. You know what I'm saying? So like, is he gonna
Yeah.
wait? Are they? Is it gonna be one of those Roach Davis fights where we're only seeing very minimal punches and things like that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
It has a possibility of that because look at it, all Canelo's last fights, right? Everybody expects Canelo to knock out everybody, and then that's the whole talking. Oh, he hasn't knocked out somebody in so long. He's also fighting guys that are almost twice his height, like twice him in stature. Like they're bigger. They're going into these fights 200 pounds, or close to 200 pounds when they're weighing at 168. So you're going against these big fools. Canel's only 5'7", so so
mhm.
that plays a part into it. About the knockouts. Also, is once you get in that ring, you see the difference. You see what Charlo did, right? He just started surviving. When Munguia got dropped, it was a different fight. When Berlanga got fight, he was there, but he wasn't throwing a lot of punches. He wasn't trying to get in that exchange war again where Canelo can see an opening. So when Crawford feels the arm or when it gets hit to the body, is that going to change the fight? Or is Crawford going to really go out there and do what he's saying that he's going to go out there and fight? Because they're selling the fight. It sounds good.
If he goes out there and tries to fight Canelo the way he's selling it, it's not gonna be good for that fool.
No.
I don't care if he has more punches landed flush, power punches. That's not going to do anything to Canelo like that. Think about everything he went through with Gennady Golovkin in all three of those
Yeah.
fights. Those were real
Go watch the
wars.
highlight. Go watch the highlights. Triple G was catching Canelo on the chin,
Full force.
full force, like you see, and he didn't do nothing to him.
And look who came out looking like they got demolished, regardless of what anyone's thoughts are. The
Yeah,
photos of the day after of each of them are just tell a crazy ass story, you know? So,
they're saying
and
right
that's
here. It
all
says,
respect to Gennady
yeah,
Golovkin.
no, for sure. Triple G's the man. One of the best chins that ever in the game. Like the best chin ever.
I
Like
can't even see the chat. I need to go look at the chat. My
right
bad.
now, it says Canelo versus Crawford could will be replay of Mayweather versus Small Marquez. I don't know. I don't know why people keep saying that because Crawford don't fight like Mayweather at all. At all. Like, yeah, he might do the shoulder roll here and there, but he gets caught way more than Mayweather ever got caught. Like he gets touched. So if you go watch replays, you see Mayweather get. I mean, Crawford he gets caught a lot. Like so, it's like, and he's not nearly as fast as Mayweather was. So it's like I get it. Like I was gonna say something reckless, but I I don't see it playing out like that. But
Mm-hmm.
what do I know?
I just barely came to see the chat. This food Tafoya Warrior, shout out to you, Buckaroo. He said the Vargas versus Walsh fight's probably gonna be more entertaining than the Canelo and Crawford fight. Facts.
No, I agree with that. I didn't even see that one, but yeah, I agree with that. That can potentially be fight of the night. Oh, he's saying that the size advantage and out counter Marquez. The similarity, I mean, is big man, little man. Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
get
yeah.
you.
Big man
Okay,
versus little man. Yeah.
no, I get you. But they're essentially the same size, no? Like Crawford's taller, has a longer reach. So I don't know. Are you saying Crawford's the big man, Canelo's the little man, or because yeah, Canelo's been at that weight longer, but when you just size, Crawford's taller by like an inch or something, but he has a longer reach as well. But that doesn't necessarily mean anything because everybody Canelo fights is taller, longer reach. So
I don't know. What else do we got? What about the two? So in the end, who do you think wins and how? Before we carry on,
I got Canelo. It's probably gonna go the distance, Canelo, but
what if he catches him and he sleeps that fool? Or what if he breaks his face like he did to Billy Joe Saunders?
was it his face or his eye socket? Right,
Same
fucking
shit to
fractured.
me.
Nah, it can happen, man. It's happened because Crawford's used to getting hit by smaller dudes.
If
Maybe
he,
in training camp, maybe in training camp he sparred bigger guys. I'm pretty sure this training camp he's sparring a lot bigger guys. But Canelo is just he's been at that way for so long. Like his body's adjusted and he's been there. I don't see him knocking out Crawford. I think it's already written. It's already written. But I think it's going 12 rounds. Canelo by decision, 12 rounds.
talk to me about the two
I already
boxers in
know.
Japan.
That's insane, right?
Two fighters from the same card dying after the fights due
Yeah.
to injuries is just crazy. That makes me want to check your hand wraps, check the gloves, check the footage, check the water, check everything on the autopsy run, toxicology report type
It's
shit.
great. Yeah, because he died a couple days after the fight, or a couple hours after. Was it after? I know it was
One
after
of
the
them
fight.
died. One of them died a couple of days, and then
The
another
other one,
gentleman passed away
he,
the day after the other gentleman passed away.
yeah, because one was undergoing emergency surgery for a
Hmm.
hematoma. So he had a hematoma, and so it was like a bruise in the brain, right, or bleed in
Yep,
the brain.
something like that.
And so then he died during the surgery, and then the other one just collapsed shortly after. He collapsed after the 12 round fight. I have the names. I just don't want to butcher them. Like I'm trying to show it's all respect, So I'm not trying to. One is Kotari, uh, Kotari, Kotari.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah. So, but they both suffered fatal brain injuries. So Kotari and Hiramasa fought on the same card, and then they died after the fights. Now, the Japan Boxing Commission pretty much wasted no time. So title fights are now shortened from 12 to 10 rounds. So they moved it over urgency, data backed safety, and then an emergency meeting also scheduled aiming to review medical protocols and ramp up fighter protection. So, do you think that's a good move? Do you want to see all championship 12 round fights move to 10? Do you think
No,
that's for safety
I
or
don't know why they did that, but maybe, but I mean, this is like a age old thing. 12 rounds. I mean, you're
Yeah, well,
training for 12 rounds.
for
You're
sure,
sparring. What I think I've been seeing kids spar like 18 rounds, 6, 12, 18 rounds some days. You know what I mean? Like,
for sure.
and that's Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You know what I mean? Fools are sparring a gang, so you're
Oh yeah,
training to go that distance. But two fighters in the same day, they had to do something. They had to think of something, so they're just reducing where they can to make it make
yeah.
sense. You know what I mean?
And that's why I don't really get mad when people say, "Oh, that was an early stoppage." Like, nah, that's the ref's job is to protect
No,
the
yeah, he
fighter.
could see.
Number
He
one,
could see.
number one job, protect the fighter. So when fans get mad, "Oh, that was an early stoppage," this and that, like, nah, like that. Stop. Go ahead, stop it. Like, save the fighter. He has a family to go home to. Let him enjoy the money he just made. Look what just happened too. Like, it's crazy, and that's why if you take like the UFC and boxing, a, a lot of times everybody says that UFC is a lot safer than boxing, even though there's more. You get kicked in the head, you get all this stuff, but once you're down, once you're knocked out, you're knocked out. There's no count. Like there's no like, hey, get back up, let's go back. A guy in boxing can get knocked down, he's out of it, but as like, he can stand up and wipe his gloves, say what he says, and he goes out there and gets knocked down again, get knocked down 3 times in one round. Like that's brain damage, bro. Like that's why you don't play boxing, right? That's why you don't play
Straight the
boxing.
fuck up. Yep. I uh I mean, me and you have been privileged enough to attend a lot of fights and sit super front row. I'm a vocal ass fool sitting front row. I don't care. I don't care. I'm cheering for whoever I want to cheer for. I'm reacting however I want to
Yeah,
react. And really, sometimes when someone's really getting their ass beat and you're in person seeing it, it's a lot different
yeah.
than seeing it on the TV.
Oh,
And you're like, yo, I'll even tell him, like, ref, call that shit, ref. He's
yeah,
done, son. I
yeah,
might be clowning, but if I'm yelling at someone like, yo, ref,
yeah.
and the thing is, we know the fucking refs, so they're hearing our voice and like
For
this
sure.
dick. But
Nah, it's crazy.
nah, hey, bro, someone getting mopped up, someone's getting mopped up, and that's that. I
Yep.
saw some sparring the other day. I'm not gonna disclose. I'll disclose the fighter that was putting in the work. I saw Anthony Cuba,
Okay.
out of Robert Garcia's stable. That boy could crack. Um, they were sparring, and he was just giving it to him like in a nasty, nasty, nasty way. And he didn't come out the corner. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
the opponent didn't come out the corner. He was just giving them the business, and it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, shit. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about that because I
Nah, it's
saw
crazy.
you didn't call me this last fight. I
No.
saw someone quit in the corner this
No.
last couple of days ago at Marv Nation fights. This was getting rocked. He got dropped. They went to the corner. He got up. The whole touch the gloves against the referee's belly, whatever,
Yeah.
whatever. He said, "Do you want to continue?" And he said, referee called it right there.
Yeah.
If you don't give him an immediate, yeah, I want to continue, that's it.
Yeah. For sure.
Any hesitation, that means your heart's already gone. That's it. We're out of there.
No. Yeah.
Ref called it. That was it. The fighter didn't. Oh no, nah. He just accepted his fate, sat down on the stool, and that was that.
I feel it. Do you think weight cutting has like a big play in that too? Like you're draining your body, you're cutting all this weight, and you're going in there, and that you're more.
Well, me and you have heard a million gruesome horror stories. Um, Shit, we've heard about people getting hospitalized, needing IV bags after things
Yeah.
like that. I mean, I'm sure that has a large portion to do with it, especially if you're not cutting safely. A lot of people still follow the old school methods. Not everyone's right here trying to, you know what I mean? Like
Nope.
supplement correctly. And what do you do if your fighter has been overweight for most of the off? I don't want to say off season because it's not a season, but in between fights, your boy just
Yeah.
gets as big as me, and then he has to get back down to freaking welterweight. Like now, what
That's
do you do?
that's wild.
You're gonna
That
break that fool. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Nah, and
So
then so I guess cutting rounds could help, but once you're at that championship level, like you should, that's what you're preparing for. But with the real work needs to be updating like ringside care, right? Updating ringside care, enforcing hydration rules, elevating medical standards across the board. So like you're implementing more medical standards, more ringside care, more doctors, more like people on in the corners out there on the ring that are like either been in boxing more or seen or more
Mm-hmm.
aware of like head traumas and stuff like that. And then hydration clauses, like not like saying like what's thing is like the rehydrate, because I don't know, like with the weight cutting thing, like I'm like 50-50, like it's cool, but I don't really, because it's been around for so long. But I would rather see fighters fight at their natural weight, you know. And the rehydration clause, like that's a game fighters play, but you're hurting. Like if you're cutting that much weight and you're trying to blow up, like you're trying to manipulate the system, as well as the fighters putting that hydration clause on you, making you not blow up to that, get back up to that way. So you guys are both
Mm-hmm.
playing the game, so that I you I mean you got to play the game. But I would rather see fighters fight at their more natural weight, or at least 5 to 10 pounds difference. Like if you want to cut 5 to 10 pounds, then that's cool. But some people are cutting 20-30 pounds. Like that's insane. Like you're just killing your body, and as well as like you're just killing yourself
Straight up. Rest in peace of those gentlemen, though, for sure.
for sure. That's it sucks, but
What are you looking forward to this coming month in the fights? I don't even know who's fighting this month.
there's a fight tomorrow or Saturday. I forget who it is. I sound. That's why we're casual experts, right? Because what I'm really looking
Yeah.
forward what I'm really looking forward to is actually the
Are we gonna make it to the Chumash fight
I don't know. I don't
Friday,
think so.
August 15th?
Yeah, I don't think so.
That's this Friday.
This Friday, yeah. Trinidad's fighting. Trinidad's
Trinidad's
fighting.
fighting.
Who else is fighting? Um, a babyface assassin is
Yep,
fighting,
she's fighting.
and then also what's the kid's name?
Abel.
Abel. Yeah, Abel's fighting.
Abel Mejia's fighting.
Hmm.
That'll be dope. Dylan White is fighting in
Oh yeah.
Riyadh. Excuse me, Saturday. August 23rd. Respectfully, I don't care about none of those fights. Um, nah, yeah, I don't. I
I'm
don't
looking
care.
forward to November 22nd. That's Anthony
Damn.
Benavides versus Yard. Abdullah Mason's on the card. Bam is fighting on the card, unifying the belt, get his third belt. And
Mm-hmm.
then Better Vive is on that card as well, which is crazy, right? Better V's on that card. He was supposed to be fighting Bivol, but I guess Bevel's gonna get surgery or something, so he's not fighting. Which
And be
which
like that.
set which sets up a big fight for Benavides and Bivol. If Bivol wins, Benavides wins, then David Benavides versus Anthony Bivol. I mean Arthur Better Vive, because now Better Vive can go and try to get that WBC belt, because that's what Benavides has. He has the WBC belt.
Mm-hmm.
So you get that fight. Whoever wins sets up the fight for Bivol. So if Benavides beats Bivol, which is crazy, then it'll be Benavides versus Bivol later on in the year, next year, most likely next year.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a stacked card right there.
We shall see. We'll talk more about that in depth, obviously, when we get
Oh
closer
yeah,
to it.
yeah, definitely, because we gotta talk about Bam on that card. Bam needs to. We need a. He needs to get his recognition. That was a bad man right there.
Bam is what, number 3 pound for pound or something like that, if I'm not
Nah,
mistaken.
I wish. He's like 5 or 6.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because you got Usyk, Crawford, um, Bivol, Better Vive, and then Bam. I think something like that. I don't know if that's the right order, but
Mm-hmm.
something like that.
Nah, yeah, that's crazy. Fuck it. I'm clocking out, brother. What else you
All
got?
right, man. That's it. We good.
Always a pleasure.
Until next time, Monday, 6 o'clock.